Run it back, nation. What is good? Quick one for you, man. We're just going to talk about Joel Embiid, Tyrese Maxey, Tobias Harris, and some others on the injury report, and then we're going to look at the standings. Go ahead and give me 1 billion likes on this video, okay? Hit the like button. Check it out. So, first things first, man. What do you mean remove? Oh, here we go. First things first. Joel Embiid, Tyrese Maxey, and Tobias Harris participated in the team shoot-around this morning. They all remain questionable for tonight's game against Miami, the team says. So Tyrese Maxey has been out with the sore hip. You know, I thought that was just the Sixers making something up to give him some rest, but then he missed his second game in a row, and then we started to say to each other, is it just rest, or is Tyrese Maxey actually hurt? I don't remember him getting hurt. So he's back at shoot-around. They have him listed as questionable. Joel Embiid, of course, made his return against the Oklahoma City Thunder. Absolutely incredible performance. Couldn't have asked for anything more from the big fella after damn knee surgery. It was absolutely ridiculous to be leading a team in the fourth quarter and make a game-winning defensive play. Incredible. He's listed as questionable. The knee looked completely healthy in the OKC game. He looked like he was moving great, as good as he has been all season. Just looks like he needs to get into shape. So I couldn't see a reason for the Sixers sitting him in this game. There is a back-to-back coming up next week. Maybe they sit him a back-to-back, but I would expect him to play tonight because with the knee looking good and him just needing to get his conditioning, they should be putting him in as many games as possible, right? And with him healthy, I think most Sixers fans and the Sixers organization feels like they have a great chance in the playoffs with him healthy and up to conditioning. So their goal should be to get him up to conditioning. So I would expect him to play. I wouldn't be able to figure out a reason really for Joel Embiid to miss this game tonight against the Miami Heat. Tobias Harris participated in the team's shoot-around this morning. He's just a guy. Whether he plays or not really doesn't matter that much. And also, Mo Bamba is listed as questionable. Also, he is returning from illness. I thought with Joel Embiid coming back and the Sixers going back to Paul Reed playing all of the backup center minutes, there really was no role for Mo Bamba, but he is listed with an illness. So let's look at the standings right here and decide what it is, man. That's not the standings. Let me go NBA standings. So tonight against the Miami Heat, answer me in the comments, is this the biggest game of the season? Is this the biggest game of the season? Because last night Indiana lost. And so Miami slides up to the 6th seed, right? Here we are down in the 8th seed. We are 1.5 games behind Miami. A big win tonight would put us at a half game behind Miami. A big win tonight would put us a half game out of the 6th seed, man. And with the Cleveland Cavaliers still hanging on to the 3rd seed, if the 76ers could secure the 6th seed and go into the playoffs against the Cleveland Cavaliers in the first round, I have all the confidence in the world. We were just having a discussion in the Discord today about who you would rather play in the first round. With healthy Joel Embiid, I'll say it again, I've said it all season, I'm not shook by anybody. But I think for, I'll say, entertainment purposes, and to, just give us a little bit more basketball, I would prefer to not see Boston until the Eastern Conference Finals. If the Sixers get to the Eastern Conference Finals and lose to the Boston Celtics, I wouldn't be upset about it. And I think the easiest path right now, looking at the standings, is round 1 against the Cleveland Cavaliers, round 2 maybe against the Milwaukee Bucks, if the Milwaukee Bucks even survive the first round. The Milwaukee Bucks are Milwaukee bucking right now because they hired Doc Rivers, and Doc Rivers is Doc Rivering right now at an all-time Doc Rivers level. They lost to the Wizards. Doc Rivers blamed the medical staff or the equipment manager or somebody. Then they lost to the Memphis Grizzlies last night, and they've been playing without Dame. But if Giannis is this undeniable superstar, and that team's supposed to be a championship contender, and Doc Rivers was supposed to take over and fix all the things that Adrian Griffin had going on, they should be able to beat both of those teams jogging backwards and resting in the fourth quarter. And Doc Rivers came out again, and now he said, like, everybody's happy after these losses except for me. Once again, Doc Rivers is sitting back talking about a basketball team as if he's not the coach. It feels like the game's over, he just leaves, and he talks to the media about the team. I don't even feel like he talks to the team. So I have all the confidence in the world against the Milwaukee Bucks. But the Sixers landing in the 6th seed, and, everything's close right now, and there's 6 games left, so a lot of things could change also with Milwaukee, Cleveland. Milwaukee could they're only a game and a half ahead of Cleveland right there. They could fall to the 3rd seed, and you could secure the 6th seed and see the Milwaukee Bucks in the first round. So a lot of things could change. But tonight, if the Sixers win this game against the Miami Heat, that gives me confidence and gives, I think, everybody else confidence that they can really solidify that 6th seed at least, and make a run towards the NBA Finals. Did I just say that? Yeah, I just said that. Looking at the rest of the East, New York, Julius Randle was just ruled out, season-ending shoulder surgery. Not that I think Julius Randle really affects that team that much. I used to call him the left-handed Russell Westbrook. He kind of shoots you out of games. He thinks he's the star of the team. I don't know if he's really been playing that well off of Brunson. I don't know if that really affects them much or not. The OG Anunoby injury, he has another elbow thing going on. That's huge for New York because OG Anunoby is the type of player that fills in all the margins and just helps the team dramatically on both ends of the floor outside of the box score. So New York's been fighting for some injuries. I had New York upsetting a lot of teams, and if they don't get healthy, that's a bummer for them. But the New York Knicks are just going to New York Knick at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Orlando, we don't ever talk about Orlando, man. Nobody really talks about Orlando. They're just chilling here. Like, look at us. We're the Orlando Magic. I don't even think I've seen an Orlando Magic highlight all season. So Orlando's still there hanging around. Orlando, again, I don't know much about them. They could spoil somebody's season in the first round. Orlando versus New York in the first round. If New York's still dealing with injuries, Orlando could spoil New York's season. Orlando could end up in the second round against the Miami Heat, maybe, or maybe Indiana jumps back up there. I don't know. But let me know in the comments tonight, man. Is this the biggest game of the season? The Sixers have these players listed as questionable, and Maxey, Joel Embiid, and Tobias Harris, and Mo Bamba. And I think they were finally like, okay, fine. If you're going to fine us for our, injury report tactics, we'll just list everybody as questionable. So finally the Sixers organization starts to follow the NBA's rules so they don't continue to get fined, I guess. But if the Sixers beat Miami tonight, man, it's on. I have all the confidence in the world that they could solidify at least the 6th seed and take on maybe the Cleveland Cavaliers in the first round. I don't feel crazy confident about the Cavs whatsoever. Who knows, man? Orlando's only a half game behind the Cavs. The Sixers could end up playing the Orlando Magic in the first round. And that would be interesting, but I would have all the confidence in the world that we take that series. I ain't shook by anybody, man. I'm not. The Sixers with a healthy Joel Embiid are a force to be reckoned with. And tonight's a big one, man. Join me on Playback TV, playback.tv/runitbackphilly. We'll be watching the game, and we'll have post-game live right here after the game, man. I'll see you guys there. Peace.